Hello and welcome to another episode of my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition journey. This is episode 26, the gold medal championship for the men's 190 to 199 novice NoGi. And as you can see, I just pulled guard in this classic red versus blue battle of the ages. And I had gotten to talk to this opponent because he had beaten somebody who was previously undefeated in the match right before this. Well, I had my rest walkover from the previous episode, but he had a bye for the first round, whereas I had to compete with somebody. So we have both had one previous opponent before this, as I hold him in my guard, and we had talked. Me and this guy just casually talked about our jiu-jitsu. He claimed he practiced 2 times a week, but honestly, for how he rolls, he's really good, really energetic, and not in a spastic way like my opponent from episode 24, but more in a controlled way. Like he knows, oh, I have a good guard, so I'm holding him up, so he tries to stand up out of it. Now I do hip sweep him right here, and that is going to put me up by 4 points. And then my goal, now that I am up by points, is to simply stall for the rest of the match and conserve my energy, as I will have both gi and absolute gi after this. And this is where he gets a little squirmy with it. And I feed him my leg in the same play that I did back in episode 24, where I try to stall time by giving them half guard. But he does handle it a lot better. Now, as we roll here, I sit on his leg, and I put my head dangerously close to his knee. Something we had talked about in the waiting period before the match was, why do I not use mouth guards? And what happens if I lose a tooth? And I told him, it's like, hey, if I lose a tooth, I lose a tooth. And then sure enough, it's this match. This is the first match where I really take a knee right to the face. And that was me smiling at my wife to let her know I'm okay. He still has his fight in him. He is trying to roll out as I am trying to now retake the mount by climbing up his legs. But he's able to escape with one leg. So then I tunnel focus on his other leg. And I get too comfortable right here. Like, this is me stalling for time too much, and this will eventually come back to haunt me at some point, but for now, I am stalling, and this is a regular drill that we do. This is a guard passing drill that I've seen a few gyms do, where you hold their legs and go back and forth. And I can't get hurt by his knee if I keep it right by my face. I can't get jawed by it. However, this right here, I am being way too casual. He gets me in this guillotine, and I promise you, I almost tap. The only reason I don't is because I'm able to keep it open, my airway, because you cannot get a guillotine from the half guard. More likely than not, unless you are very talented or a savant when it comes to shooting guillotines. Not that that isn't possible. Now my opponent is doing exactly what I would do in his situation and shoot for a Kimura. I have done exactly what my opponent from episode 3 did and buried my arm under my hip. And my opponent is gassing himself out trying to free that arm. But he is getting incredibly close to the point of getting it. And I don't know what happened here. I guess he gassed out on energy. But I just have to give credit to Eddie. Eddie did not want me to lose. So thanks, Eddie. Thanks to you, I win my first NoGi gold against a real set of opponents. And that's going to be the match. And I win 4 points to 2 points, him. And blue comes out on top, which is very important to me. Again, he was a nice guy. We were pretty good about that. He asked me if I would do ADCC. I said no, but I played that so badly when it came to stalling and energy conservation instead of actually pursuing the match at hand. And that is something I really need to improve on, because I left myself wide open to attacks that almost cost me. Not once, but twice. But that's the end of NoGi, and I will see you all on the next episode for my Gi Absolute, which is next.